Hello, my name is Ayush Chandra. I'm a psychologist and an OCD expert. Relationship OCD is something which people are not aware about. So, this is an information video to understand the condition called ROCD or relationship OCD. It is a subtype of obsessive compulsive disorder called OCD, and it's a well known condition in psychiatry and psychology. This involves intrusive thoughts and compulsions centered around relationships, which means एक इंसान को बार बार ऐसे थॉट्स आते रहते हैं जो कि अनचाहे होते हैं, नॉन स्टॉप ऑटोमेटिक थॉट्स होते हैं अबाउट द रिलेशनशिप, एंड देन दोज थॉट्स इंक्रीजेज द एंग्जाइटी. इट कैन कॉज डाउट्स एंड कंसर्न्स अबाउट द रिलेशनशिप, द पार्टनर और बोथ, इवन व्हेन देयर इज़ नो एक्चुअल रीज़न फॉर द कंसर्न. कोई एक्चुअल एविडेंस या सबूत आपके सामने नहीं होता है, स्टिल द थॉट्स कीप कमिंग एंड एक्चुअली आर वेरी डिस्ट्रेसिंग. These thoughts can create a lot of life impairment and impact the quality of the relationship as well. Usually, the partner gets quite cranky, annoyed, and irritated because of the repetitive doubts that the person has. Now, common symptoms of ROCD are obsessive doubts, where a person constantly questions whether you truly love your partner or not. Then, it could also be like worrying if the partner truly loves them or is actually right for the person. तो आपको बार बार ऐसा लगता है कि क्या ये सही पार्टनर है. ऐसे थॉट्स आते हैं कि इंसान को, क्या ये सच में मुझसे प्यार करते हैं, कहीं ये चीटिंग तो नहीं कर देंगे. इट्स ऑल अबाउट दैट. इंट्रूसिव थॉट्स आते हैं, समथिंग लाइक recurring unwanted thoughts about your partner's flaws or whether the relationship is good enough. It can also give you thoughts that feels out of nowhere and causes anxiety, but are hard to dismiss. A person keeps trying to get over these thoughts, but they keep coming more and more. Then anxiety increases, and that anxiety forces a person to do compulsions. Compulsions means repetitive actions. Why do people do it? To actually get rid of their anxiety, not because they're enjoying or having pleasure or they want to annoy you, but they are out of control behaviors that a person with ROCD does. For example, repeatedly seeking reassurance from the partners, friends, or yourself, अपने आप से भी, about the relationship. Comparing the relationship with others or idealized standards, जैसे movie characters या किसी की कोई book का novel का character, something like that. Or analyzing the feelings towards the partner to prove that they actually love them or not. ये सारी चीज़ें बार बार होती हैं. Sometimes they also would force or request the partner to repeat certain events, narrate certain events in details, check the Instagram or social media accounts, or would ask to get some details or data from some previous conversation with some other person or anything. One more thing is avoidance. Sometimes avoiding situations, conversations, or activity that might trigger relationship doubts, and emotional withdrawal also to escape feelings of uncertainty. इसका मतलब ये है कई बार अवॉइडेंस भी करते हैं लोग. ऐसी सिचुएशंस या ट्रिगर्स में जाएंगे नहीं, पार्टीज़ में नहीं जाएंगे या कहीं पे नहीं जाएंगे जहाँ पे उनका ब्रेन कहता है कि यहाँ जाने से डाउट्स बढ़ जाएंगे या डाउट्स कैन इंक्रीज देयर, राइट. अब what ROCD is actually not. I really want the partners of a person with ROCD to understand कि क्या चीज़ नहीं indicate करता है. So it's not a sign of a bad relationship. The presence of obsessive doubts doesn't mean that there is something wrong with the relationship. These doubts stem from the OCD, and these involve certain parts of the brain like orbitofrontal cortex, basal ganglia, limbic system, amygdala की hyperactivity. And it's not about the relationship's reality. ये reality indicate नहीं करते हैं. Also, this is not a true reflection of the true feeling of the person. If your partner is having ROCD and they keep asking you questions and repeated reassurance मांगते हैं आपसे, it's not who they are. Even though they might question your feeling, the doubts are the part of OCD cycle, not a reflection of how they feel about you. It's not that they don't love you or they don't trust you. उनका अपना ही brain is not getting satisfied with the answers, and that's why they are asking it over and over. It is actually creating more stress and sadness in your partner who has ROCD. All right, so they are not having pleasure or fun in this. Now you have to understand how ROCD affects. ROCD causes people to fixate on uncertainties and doubt about the relationship, even though deep down they know that these fears are irrational. It leads to anxiety and guilt about whether they are doing enough in the relationship or if something is wrong with both of you. Even if when there is no reason to think, कोई actual evidence नहीं है, still the doubts and anxiety, the guilt keeps going on. And these thoughts can feel overwhelming and difficult to control, making the OCD person feel trapped in a loop of doubts over and over, bar 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 bar. Now, what is required from, if you are a partner, what is required from you? Patience. Have patience. People need time and space to manage these thoughts. Understanding. Then support without reassurance. Okay, reassurance आप दोगे तो OCD will increase and the loop will continue. So support them. Just be gentle and avoid engaging in reassurance seeking activity. But that doesn't mean that I want you to scold them or just discard them. No, they are suffering. A person with OCD is suffering actually internally. You need to be calm, warm, आपको दिखानी है, gentle रहना है, kind रहना है. Compassion and empathy is very much required, and encourage and support your partner with OCD to have continuous treatment, which is a therapy, psychotherapy like CBT, ERP. All of those things can help a person to overcome ROCD. आप motivate कीजिए. You are the pillar for this person. Now, my final thought is for you, ROCD is actually challenging. It is a real form of obsessive compulsive disorder, but it doesn't define your relationship. With understanding, patience, support, a person can manage these intrusive thoughts and build a stronger, more fulfilling connection with the partner. And this relationship can actually last very long, forever, and people can get married. They can get into a beautiful relationship by understanding each other. Thank you for listening. You are really going to win this battle if you continue the right protocols, the right pathway of treatment. All the best to you. Now, if you truly understands how OCD is, how it affects a person, and how treatment is required, consider subscribing to my channel, Psychology Daily, and it is a one-stop solution for all your mental health needs. We provide evidence-based scientific treatment for such a problem and such fears, intrusive thoughts, and compulsions. Subscribe it right now and also press the bell icon for more updates, tips, and techniques on OCD recovery and healing.